Sunday morning, and this song popped into my head, the Commodores, Easy Like Sunday Morning. And I was talking with a friend about, wow, isn't it so nice to not be hungover? Yeah. I mean, I want to talk about how fucking great I feel almost all the time because I don't have my body isn't trying to rid itself of, like some poison. And the interesting aspect about this is that, you don't really even notice it when you're in it. And we started talking about, like, he's like, I just feel so much better. My brain works. I wake up alert. I wake up and he's like, I didn't even really drink that much. And he's like, but when I did, I would notice a difference sometimes for days. And I'm like, yeah, those are the people that really can feel what alcohol is doing to the system. When you don't have it, kind of when your body's not saturated with it and you add it in, you're like, whoa, what the hell did I just consume? What just went into my body and is wreaking havoc? And you'll notice it. It will fuck with you immediately, especially again when you're kind of dry and clean and you add that back in. Think about, like, going vegan or raw for a period of time, and then you incorporate sugar and processed food back into your system. Your body's like, whoa, hey. But you don't notice it when you're in the flow of it. You're like, whatever, I'm just gonna eat whatever is in front of me and not really think twice about it. Like yesterday, I love these Trader Joe's peaches, and I put them in ice cream. So talk about processed food and sugar. It's been my indulgence. And then I was like thinking about, I'm like, this is a peach. This is a peach that grew on a tree somewhere far, far away from here. I wonder when it was actually born. And now it's just floating in a jar of what I was like, oh, it's just floating in peach juice. But then I started thinking, well, this peach is being kept alive for me, but it's not a fresh peach. I'm wondering what it's actually contributing to my system. So I started thinking about it, just getting like, oh, I have an awareness now of like what I'm putting into my body. And I was like, well, the peach is pleasing to two of my senses. Taste. Like, I'm like, oh, it tastes like a peach. It tastes good. I mean, I think it tastes like a peach. I don't know. What does a real peach taste like anymore? And the texture. Like, I love the texture of biting into a peach. It has that, I mean, I guess it's, I don't know, fleshy, something. Like, it has that kind of firmish yet soft. I don't know. So those two senses are getting lit up by this peach in a jar. But for the most part, the peach is contributing probably nothing to my sustainability as a functioning human. But back to the alcohol, back to the hangover. The hangover. I wonder where that name came from. I'll have to look that up. I'm so grateful to wake up on a Sunday morning and not have any anxiety, not have any panic, and sure as shit not be like, I need a Bloody Mary. That'll make me feel better. And I never felt bad. It was rare. I mean, I definitely, through a certain portion of my life when I was really getting after it in my early 20s or whatever, like, I would have those throw up, horrific headache hangovers. Like, I can't get off the fucking couch today. I've had many of those, many of those. And then laying there being like, oh my God, I feel so horrible. How much did I drink? Like, what did I drink that made me so horrible? I'm going to have to dial that back so I don't feel this way anymore. Never did it occur to me that, like, oh shit, my body is right now like in detox rejection mode. Like, it's like, you fucking almost killed us last night. Like, brain cells are like, what the hell is happening? And let's get all this out of there. Like, maybe if we create this horrible headache and sickness, then somebody will catch on to, like, don't put that in the body anymore. But I didn't. I just was like, this is part of the price of admission to be cool. to be sexy, to be sophisticated, to fit in, to feel loose. I deserve that. I deserve this. I deserve this. Oh my God, there's literally bunnies frolicking around me right now. I feel like I'm in a little Snow White. I'm in a little Snow White podcast studio. That's what I'm creating here. I'm becoming Snow White, the Snow White, advocating for those that want to feel good. And I'm not spending my day thinking about like, what did I do last night? How do I feel better? God, I just want to feel better. You know what might make me feel better is a Bloody Mary. I remember those days so clearly of I didn't drink Bloody Marys. I'm not even sure why I did on occasion if I had to. If that was what was available. It was like a mimosa. That's appropriate. And a mimosa is appropriate drink for a Sunday morning. It doesn't matter that I'm not at brunch or with a friend. And I didn't really ever pour myself mimosas or anything in the morning, but I would look for places to go that it would be appropriate for me to drink a mimosa. Who wants to meet me for brunch? Who wants to meet me for patio time? Who wants to come over, bring some rosé, and like that, it was like I spent so much of my days planning around like socializing and connecting with others, and that there would be alcohol, some sort of buzz involved. And we all partook in it. It was like fun. It was fun. It was fun. The problem is the hangover, is that residual poison that's in our body fucking things up. It's the gremlins tinkering with the wrong wires. And I'm so grateful to have my wires reconnected, and they are reconnecting in ways that I could never even have imagined. I remember a couple years ago where I was just really feeling really dumb. Like my brain is not working. I'm not grasping this concept. I'm sitting here listening, I'm focusing, and the words are just kind of like washing over me. It's not making sense. Technology was hard. Like it was just constantly a battle all the time with something, just like trudgery. That was like that. It was like it was like, now I look back and I'm like, oh, by taking that drink, it was like putting cinder blocks on my feet, like muddy, foggy goggles, and, earmuffs. I can't hear you right. Like, I'm not seeing things very clearly. It's hard for me to like move about in this world. It's just challenging. These are metaphors, by the way. And I now feel so light and free and clear to just like frolic, skip around, skip about. And my brain works. Like I'm figuring out my phone. I'm figuring out technology. I'm like, things are making sense. And the navigation of life has become so much more pleasurable. My journey is couture because I can do it with like flair and gusto. And I always thought like a glass of wine or a glass of champagne or a glass of rosé would enhance the vibe. I thought it would enhance the vibe. Like, this is sophisticated. Like, let's crack open a glass of or a bottle of bubbly and sit out and celebrate my new space. And I thought it would amplify it. I truly did. And now I'm like, oh, it actually it would create more of a mask, more of a veil to not amplify it, but to kind of dim it down a little bit. And then I would get frustrated and I'll just deal with this tomorrow. Like, I want to do this podcast here about the journey. I would probably, yeah. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful on this Sunday morning that I am feeling alive and alert and enthusiastic. I feel amplified. Now, I'm still having a little coffee. I'm utilizing nature as my amplification. I'm utilizing the great sleep that I got last night as amplification. And so I just invite you, if you are watching this, I want to just not even invite you, like do whatever you want. What I'm gonna say is that I'm here just to show and be a cheerleader, an inspiration, a guiding light, if you will, to living an awesome, fucking amazing life without a hangover.